Welcome to SAT School. I am your instructor from satschool.com. This is our third video on probability. Now let's get started. So this is where we left on last video. If you have not watched that video, I strongly recommend to watch that first. Click the I button above and watch the video. And I hope you should have managed this. If you have not, then you can follow along with me. Here the question is, a natural number is chosen at random from amongst the first thousand. Now here this thousand represents the sample space, that is NS, or you can say this thousand is the total number of possible case outcomes. This thousand is a sample space, or you can say this thousand is total number of possible outcomes. Now the question is to find the probability that number so chosen is divisible by 5. So now we have to find how many numbers are there which are divisible by 5, and we get this by dividing 1000 which are in the question by 5. We are getting number which are divisible by 5. So we are dividing 5. So this 200 represents there are 200 numbers which are divisible by 5. Now we know the sample space NS is 1000 in this case, and let A be getting a number divisible by 5. In that case, we have NA equals to 200, and this NA is the number of favorable outcome. NA is 200. This 200 represents favorable outcomes, and we receive this by dividing 1000 by 5. Now we know the relation of the probability where we divide favorable outcomes by total number of possible outcomes. Here probability of getting a number divisible by 5 is PA, and PA is equals to NA divided by NS. We have NA which is 200 and NS 1000, and that is finally 1 by 5, and that is the probability of getting a number divisible by 5. Now this is the next term that is used in probability, mutually exclusive event. Now what is mutually exclusive event? In mutually exclusive event, only one outcome can occur during the experiment. Experiment means in an activity. So in an activity, only one outcome can occur in the case of mutually exclusive event. What that mean? That means two events. If A and B are two events, then they do not happen together, or they do not exist together. For example, tossing a coin. If you toss a coin, either there will be head or tail. Head or tail is possible. So tossing a coin, you will either get a head or tail, meaning head and tail, they never come together. They do not happen together. That's why those events are mutually exclusive, meaning getting a head, getting a tail, these are two events and they never come together. So when you toss a coin, getting a head and getting a tail are mutually exclusive. Next example, when you roll a die, getting a 1, getting a 2, getting a 3 and so on, they all are mutually exclusive, meaning if you roll a die, you will either get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. You never get 1 and 2 at the same time when you roll a die, that is one die. That's why these are mutually exclusive. Now in the case of mutually exclusive events, suppose A and B are two events which are mutually exclusive, then in that case we have a relation. So the probability of A or B, or simply probability of A union B, is written PA plus PB. That is sum of probability of A and probability of B. So this is in the case of mutually exclusive events. Again, mutually exclusive events are those events in which events they do not happen together, or they do not exist together. In that case, we use this relation. So here is a question that is related to mutually exclusive event. The question is, one card is drawn at random from the number cards number from 5 to 15. Question is the probability that card may be prime number or even number. So we have a number cards from 5 to 15. If you count, that number should be equals to 11 from 5 to 15. So this is a sample space which is equals to 11. Now let A be getting a prime number. In that case, the prime numbers from 5 to 15 are 5, 7, 11 and 13. So these are the prime numbers from 5 to 15. 5, 7, 11, 13. That is NA now equals to 4. Right? Now once we have NA and NS, we can find the probability of A or probability of getting a prime number, which is NA divided by NS. In this case, NA is 4 and NS is 11. So probability of getting a prime number is 4 by 11. Similarly, let B be getting an even number. Now we have to find even number from 5 to 15, and even numbers are now 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. In this case, NB will be equals to 5 because we have 5 even numbers which are from 5 to 15. So NB is 5. Now you can find the probability of B, which is NB by NS, and we have NB which is 5 and NS which is 11. Now these two events, if you look closer, NA is 5, 7, 11, 13 and NB is 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. They have no elements in common. You can say now A and B, these are two events which are mutually exclusive. Getting a prime number from 5 to 15, if you look closer, 5, 7, 11, 13. Here getting even numbers are 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. They have no elements in common. In that case, you can say A and B are mutually exclusive. And for mutually exclusive, we have probability of A union B, which is sum of probability of A and probability of B. We have PA from here, which is 4 by 11, and we have PB from here, which is 5 by 11. Now if you sum, that should be equals to 9 by 11, and that is the probability that card may be prime number or even number. So that is 9 by 11. So this is how we perform the mutually exclusive event. Now here is a question that is also related to mutually exclusive event. We have a number cards from 2 to 30. A card is drawn at random. Find the probability of getting a card which is square number or cube number. Now if you see, we have a number from 2 to 30. Now if you count, that should be equals to 29. Now find the probability of getting a card which is square number, and then find the probability of getting a card which is a cube number. Now find square number from 2 to 30 and find cube number from 2 to 30, and then you find probability of getting a card which is square number or cube number. You can just refer practice question 5. Do the exactly process. The process is exactly similar. I think you can complete this challenge. So hope you can manage, and this much for today. I will meet you in next video. If you have not subscribed our channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can get the notification as soon as I upload my next video. So take care. We'll see you in next video.